Good morning, family, and welcome to Morning Heart Devotion with Dr. Yong and our Heavenly Parents Holy Community. Let's begin by greeting our Heavenly Parent and True Parents. 천지인 참부모님께 경배. 바로 our family pledge, 가정 맹세. 1. 천혜의국 주인, 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 본향 땅을 찾아 본연의 창조의 상인 지상 천국과 천상 천국을 창건할 것을 맹세하나이다. 2. 천혜의국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님을 모시어 천주의 대표적 가정이 되며 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 중심, 세계에서는 성인, 천주에서는 성자의 가정의 도리를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 3. 천혜의국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 4대 심정권과 3대 원권과皇족권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 4. 천혜의국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님의 창조의 상인 천주대 가족을 형성하여 자유와 평화와 통일과 행복의 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 5. 천혜의국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 매일 주체적 천상세계와 대상적 지상세계의 통일을 향해 전진적 발전을 촉진화할 것을 맹세하나이다. 6. 천혜의국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님의 대신 가정으로서 찬운을 움직이는 가정이 되어 하늘의 축복을 주변에 연결시키는 가정을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 7. 천혜의국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 본연의 효통과 연결된 위하는 생활을 통하여 심정문화 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 8. 천혜의국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 천혜의국 시대를 맞이하여 절대 신앙, 절대 사랑, 절대 복종으로 신인의 일체 이상을 이루어 지상 천국과 천상 천국의 해방권과 석방권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. To lead us in our prayer this morning, I'd like to invite up Reverend Jack Harford.
Okay, let's pray. Our most precious and loving Heavenly Parent, we thank you so much for this new day that you've given to us. Thank you that we could wake up and be alive today and be here to serve you, serve our true parents, serve our neighbors, and love ourselves. We pray, Heavenly Parent, for your guidance and direction during this day. And we want to offer this morning devotion. Please receive this morning devotion as our sincere offering, our Junsong, and use it to support True Mother's health and safety and protection, and to build the kingdom of heaven here on earth by becoming kingdom of heaven people. Please bless this day, bless our service today. Open our hearts, our ears, and our minds to receive your guidance and your direction, and to improve ourselves step by step, day by day, and become the people that can bring joy to you and joy to each other. Thank you so much. We offer this in the name of Jack and Kyoko Harford, Blessed Central Family. Aju.
Aju.
Thank you, Reverend Jack Harford. Very happy to see your couple. 감사합니다 for your sincere prayer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Reverend Harford. Yes, let's really support our True Mother with our Jung song. And let's go into our breakouts, family, and share our appreciations this morning and come back soon. Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I hope you enjoyed your breakout. To share first, let me invite up Mr. and Mrs. Mitch and Diane Dixon.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm grateful today. I've been on a witnessing campaign, visiting doors, door to door every day. And yesterday I went to about 40 houses, and I met one girl, one young lady who right off the bat said she listened to Divine Principle. I was so shocked that I said, "Really?" And then she said yes. And it was really moving because most people don't want to hear anything about God in Canada. And I was grateful for that. Also, I'm grateful for my wife, my children, my grandchildren. We visited my two grandchildren, my 2 out of 4 grandchildren on Saturday, and carved pumpkins together, and it was a good experience. Thank you. I'm grateful for that.
Wow, beautiful. And Diane?
Well, yes, I'm most grateful too that I can be here to hear the Divine Principle and your lectures and things. But yes, I was grateful for that experience at my daughter's house. It was her birthday, and we allowed them to go out to brunch, and we stayed at the house to take care of the kids. And but the most amazing thing that day was when they came home. We were in the downstairs, and we heard them come in the front. And I said to them, I think your mom and dad are home." And then immediately they dropped what they were doing and said, "Mommy, Daddy," and ran up the stairs. So it was that was it was such an incredible thing that these two little kids just love their parents, And that was the biggest excitement of that day.
Yeah, I think Michi and Dixon, I really moved by you because, you try to witness and then visit to door. Wow, that kind of a commitment and heart and sincerity is so beautiful. Really, your heart is really, your such kind of action really touched my heart. Really, how many of our members are really doing sincerely and visiting to door and searching for God's sons and daughters? It is really, really tremendous and beautiful. Thank you so much, Michi. Dixon, that's why you are always handsome. Your face always handsome and so bright. Wow, thank you so much, Michi Dixon. 감사합니다.
Thank you.
Yeah, really beautiful and perfect sharing with both the witnessing and the family front lines. Okay, thank you so much. To share next, let me invite up Mrs. Esther Bettino.
Hello, good morning. I have many gratitude today. I'm grateful to Heavenly Parents, our true parents, and Jesus for me and my family to be able to be in one page with the providence. Because of their foundation and condition, I can do something to continue what they have started. And I'm also grateful for the elders who are still here. From when they were young, teenager, they are able to commit themselves until now. They are still here, working together with us. And I'm grateful personally for the young people who are working together with us, not just because they need to volunteer something, not because they don't have anything else to do, but they really sincerely want to do something for the providence. I'm so grateful for those young people. They are in the front line and personally sacrificing their life I know they have many things else to do, but at this time in their life, they want to do something. And also I am grateful for the elders who guide us and show us what to do. I'm not only the one person in the front line sincerely doing something, but I wish we will do more to find and teach the people who are ready to help, to listen to the divine principle. We need to educate them. Because of the divine principle, I'm very grateful that we can understand why we are separated from God. And we know exactly the way, the solution, that only receiving the blessing. So I'm really crazy in the front line, find someone. And maybe my effort is not yet enough in this place of New Jersey. I want to invest more, and I want to find those young and old couple people who want to participate. They need a guide, guide what to do and what to teach them, so that those couples will understand why they need to receive the blessing and why the young people should think of not just in their years now volunteering, but in their life as a couple, as a family, that they need to do something for the sake of others and to understand the heart of God by sharing and understanding the divine principle. And I'm grateful for my husband. Without him, I cannot go this way. You cannot wait for support and then you do. Without any support, I go.
Thank
So
you.
I'm grateful that he is with me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Esther Faith. You are a woman of action. I am really grateful to you, and you are always at the front line. And whenever I ask you, where are you, Faith? Where are you, Faith? You are always at the front line. I really always want to do something for the sake of God's providence. I am really proud of you, Faith. Yeah, you have not just only faith, you have hope and you have love, you have a heart. Thank you, Esther Faith. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aunt Esther. I think we all must marvel at how much love there must be between you and your husband for you to be always serving the greater purpose. So thank you so much. Okay, brothers and sisters, I think we've warmed up our hearts and minds now to receive Dr. Yong for our morning heart devotion today.
안녕하세요. Good morning, good morning. My dear brothers and sisters and clergy and members of peace, 안녕하십니까? Time really goes by quickly, right? Today is already the last day of the month of October. My goodness, time so quickly passed. Yesterday, we had a holy marriage blessing ceremony during Sunday service at Clifton Church in New Jersey. Even though the numbers were so small, but it was very good beginning. How can we multiply blessing? Atmosphere very beautiful. I really appreciate all of the brothers and sisters supporting this event. Reverend Jesse and Dr. Tanya Edwards was an officiator, and 5 couples attended the blessing. It was truly beautiful, and our Nancy was MC, and she really now involving for church activity and young leadership coming to church and more. And also, and Jesse and Tanya couple was very, very beautiful. Recently, they what I know, completed EDP, one-on-one education, and then True Parents life course. I think they become more involving. Thank you so much, Bishop Edward and the Tanya couple. And then I gave a blessing address. And the couple who received the blessing looked so happy. And they had a beautiful experience. Now, I really want to create our Clifton Church of the, festival, blessing festival, and then also, a new life festival, and also the festival of the God's word. I think atmosphere is really, much better now. I really appreciate all our brothers and sisters, incredible support. And then cake cutting ceremony was beautiful. And then after that, after the blessing ceremony, we had a celebration banquet, and Nancy and Edward's couple introduced some more internal guidance about the blessing, including 40-day separation. And you see the, atmosphere really, remember, create beautiful, like a really banquet hall. I never seen that kind of beautiful place in wow, such a beautiful. And then people are really feel, kind of like, great blessing and festival banquet place. It was very beautiful. Thank you so much. I think, now this is just only beginning. In the future, I think we can bring many blessed many couple to attend our blessing ceremony. Our church should be a church of the blessing. You know already the meaning of the blessing, right? Today, I'd like to talk about God, women, and world peace from True Mothers Anthology, Volume 2. Let's study.
God, women, and world peace. Adam and Eve were to have become role models for the members of their family. Their children would have looked to their parents as ideal role models. They would have become brothers and sisters who loved each other as their parents loved them. They would have become married couples resembling the husband-wife relationship of their parents. Finally, with the birth of children, they would have established more true families, resembling that of their parents. In such a fashion, by establishing ideal, unbreakable families that fulfill the vertical and horizontal unity between parents and children, brothers and sisters, and husband and wives, we can finally build the eternal basis for God's kingdom on earth as well as in heaven. Thus, all families in the world originating from the same God-centered ancestors, Adam and Eve, will have equal divine value. In every true family, grandparents will be in the position of kings and queens representing God and good ancestors. Parents will be in the position of kings and queens representing present-day humanity, and children will be in the position of princes and princesses representing all future generations. When all three generations are united, past, present, and future will live together in harmony. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great privilege to announce to you the establishment of the first perfected true family. My husband and I, together with our 13 children and 20 grandchildren, are absolutely dedicated to serving God and humanity. With 3 generations in one family, we have achieved on the family level the central root of grandparents, the central trunk of parents, and the central bud, children of the biblical tree of life. It is our sincere hope that you will symbolically graft into this tree of life by joining us in our efforts to create an ideal nation and world. This marks the beginning of the completed Testament age.
True Mother spoke about the beginning of the completed Testament age. So what exactly does the completed Testament age refer to? The period of 2,000 years from Abraham to Jesus was an age in which the level of the human spirit and intellect had grown to the formation stage according to the words of the Old Testament. Therefore, this age is called the Old Testament age of formation, and is the age in which children are saved by offering sacrifices. The 2,000-year period from Jesus to Second Advent is called the New Testament age of growth, and it is an age in which human spirit and intellect grew to growth stage through the gospel of Jesus. Therefore, this was the time to prepare for the second coming. Of the second coming of Jesus, according to the word of the covenant of the second coming, the human spirit and intellect will have reached the completion stage. This age called the completed testament age of completion. This is the age when the second coming of the Messiah will complete the providence under true parent's name. True Mother proclaimed 천일국 in 2013 and now use the term 천일국 era more than completed testament age. However, we must understand that 천일국 era is also used within the broad meaning of the completed testament age. Living divine principle, let's study the human fall 5, the identity of serpent. Let's study.
The identity of the serpent. In the Bible, we read that a serpent tempted Eve to commit sin. The serpent was able to converse with people. It caused the fall of humans who are spiritual beings. Furthermore, the serpent knew the will of God, which strictly forbade human beings to eat the fruit. As it is written in Revelation 12:9, the great dragon was thrown down, that ancient serpent, who is called the devil and Satan, the deceiver of the whole world. He was thrown down to the earth. The serpent had lived in heaven. Also, it is able to transcend time and space to dominate the human soul. This is compelling evidence that the being which the serpent symbolizes was a spiritual being. This spiritual being was originally created with a good purpose, but later fell and became Satan. There are no beings endowed with such characteristics other than angels. Therefore, the serpent which tempted human beings and sinned is an angel. Also in 2 Peter 2:4, it is written, God did not spare the angels when they sinned, but cast them into hell and committed them to pits of nether gloom.
Yeah, let's study first.
Question and answer about chapter 2, the human fall. Question. We are told not to fall after listening to a lecture of chapter 2. Then when do we have the portion of responsibility? True Father's answer. The moment you get to know the human fall, you should not do what you are not supposed to do, even though you are already aware of it. That's why we have to thoroughly educate people. The thing hanging on a man is a head of a viper, and the thing hanging on a woman is a poison jar. You should inject this thought into people's consciousness when talking about chapter 2. Do you feel good when thinking of it? We do feel good, actually, but it's more frightful than the viper and the poison jar. Once you make a mistake, even your own son and daughter will perish too. All of you will perish. When there is a contagious disease, the whole world perishes. Isn't that true? You must put it in a right way. That's why you need to put in practice centering on this. So from now on, you must cleanse nationwide with this tradition cleanly.
Yeah. The application of the whether sin exists or not according to the fall begins after knowing the content of the fall. Therefore, it is necessary to teach it thoroughly what the fall is. Okay? When we teach chapter 1, we need to teach very clearly the identity of God. God really does exist. God is a living God. God is the parent of the human being. I am child of God. The main focal point, chapter 1, is how can we understand God's existence. And then chapter 2, we need to teach them very clearly the identity of the Satan. Who is our Satan? You need to know the enemy. Without knowing enemy's strategy, how can you win over enemy, right? The chapter 2 is very, very important education. When educating on the fall, it should be clearly taught that a man's love organ is the head of a viper, and a woman's love organ is a part of a poison. Father saying. Adam and Eve fell once and caused the evil works to be repeated again and again and again for 6,000 years. The warning that God gave to our human ancestor Adam and Eve must be taken seriously as a warning to myself and to us today. You know, God's commandment, Genesis chapter 2, verse 17, but you must not eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, for when you eat from it, you will certainly die. We must not forget for a moment that this warning from God was not just only given to Adam and Eve, but to everyone living in this age. This is very important God's commandment. We need to be aware of that. We need to teach each one of our children, our students, our second generation, our third generation, what is God's warning? What does Genesis chapter 2, verse 17 means? That is so precious things. Our sexual organ is very precious. If we misuse sexual organ, Father said, definitely you go to the hell. If you use properly your sexual organ centering on true love, definitely you enter the kingdom of heaven. Wow. I think how many Christianity do not know what the meaning of the fruit of good and evil. They do not know meaning of the Genesis chapter 2, verse 17. Next.
The reason why the Jewish were called vipers. The Jewish thought that our Jewish people will only care about us and control the whole world, and we ourselves only will succeed in our lives. Nothing will go wrong. That's why they could not become a footstool that God wanted, but only remained as the consecutive footstool of Satan, even though they had been preparing for 4,000 years. Therefore, Jesus called all the Jewish people, you brood of vipers. He gave them a definition of the brood of vipers. Then what are the vipers and the blood of vipers? They are a group of people who has inherited the blood of Satan. Then, when does the inheriting the blood of Satan mean? It's about only caring about oneself and one's own church, not loving God, humankind, and all things, but only insisting on one's own religious sect. It always insists oneself first, saying that we are the best. Loving God, humankind, and all things should come first, then loving oneself and one's own religious sect. You must love them much more than yourselves and your own religious sect.
Yes. Why did Jesus call the Jews a brood of vipers? The reason God prepared Judaism for 4,000 years was to use them as a foothold to save the whole world. But Jews said, Judaism only lives for ourselves, and it alone rules the world. Judaism must eventually dominate the world. Only Judaism can succeed. Because they had a wrong mindset as the chosen people, Jesus pointed them out and called them a brood of vipers. I'd like to summarize Father's word here. then what are the vipers and the brood of vipers? The group of the people who has inherited the blood of Satan. They only care about themselves and their own church, not loving God, humankind, and all things, but only insisting on one's own religious sect. It always insists oneself first, saying that we are the best. Therefore, loving God, humankind, and all things should come first before loving oneself and one's own religious sect. You must love them much more than yourselves and your own religious sect. Today's youth ministry, the person whose heart has reached the completion state. Let's study.
Blessed are those who long and love. Today's fallen world ignores juniors, only looks up to those who dress well, and do not treat insignificant people as human. The Bible says, blessed are those who hunger now. Blessed are those who weep. Blessed are those who are persecuted. Everything is like this. However, in the secular world, blessed are those who are full. Blessed are those who laugh. Blessed are those who rejoice. Blessed are those in the banquet house. Everything is the opposite. The words of the Bible are expressed completely opposite from the world. In short, it means that people who long and love are blessed. Poor people, grieving people, hungry and thirsty people, persecuted people all hold a desperate wish within. Just as a healthy person longs for food when it is mealtime, people who live by the word live while holding on to some kind of longing. With what can you tell about your health? The food is good. It's like eating it for the first time. Even if I eat this for life, it tastes like eating it for the first time. If you feel this way, then you are healthy. If the taste of food is not as good as before, it means your whole health is deteriorating. Otherwise, it is proof that you are healthy.
Wow. The Bible says, blessed are those who hunger, blessed are those who are weak, and blessed are those who are persecuted. Why does it say that? This is because poor people, grieving people, hungry, thirsty people, and persecuted people all hold a desperate wish within. Desperation. I really want this. I'm really hungry for the truth. This kind of desperation, desperate wish within. The blessing spoken of in the Bible is, in short, that people who long and love are blessed. That's why longing heart is very important. Longing heart, like kind of desperation, like a baby searching for mother's milk. Desperation, kind of the longing heart, searching for God. You know. On the contrary, the secular world says that those who are full, those who are loved, those who are rejoice, and those who in the banquet house are blessed. Just as healthy people long for food when it is mealtime, those who live by the word live with a spiritual longing. Healthy people say, the food is good. It's like eating it for the first time. So tasty, so good, so nice. Never boring, right? If I eat this for life, it tastes like eating it for the first time. They feel this way. How about our spiritual life, my brothers and sisters? When you listen God's word, even though listen the same things again and again and again, when you're having a meal, same food again and again and again, you feel so delicious. Then you're a healthy person. But you're spiritually really healthy or not, how can you know? When you listen God's word, even though listen many, many times, wow, my goodness, this is the first time to hear that. So fresh. If the taste of the food is not as good as before, or if you do not long for it, your health is worse than before, right? It is normal for the physical body to long for food, and for the spirit body to long for love. That's why we know that spiritually, I am sick or not. To have no one to long for is evidence that the person's spirit is exhausted already. I don't want to hear anymore about God's word. I don't care. No, this guy repeats same things again and again and again. Then spiritually not healthy person. You're physically not healthy. Oh, I'm full. I don't have the mood to eat. Then you are sick, physically already sick. Something wrong, right? You are spiritually healthy. Even the same kind of rice, same kind of sushi, sashimi, naokimi, sashi, sashimi, all the time he loves it. My brothers and sisters, are you spiritually healthy or not? You are spiritually healthy. You listen same word. Listen again and again and again. You feel so tasty, so good, always fresh. Next.
The person whose heart has reached the completion stage. You can tell about your health through your appetite. When a person whose spirit is healthy sings praise, they feel gracious and fresh as if they are singing for the first time. While singing praise, the heart of wanting to serve, follow, and long for heaven will come out. While singing praise, do you really feel that song of praise welling from your heart? If one really longs for the truth, longs for sincerity, and longs for true people, then that person's heart has reached the completion stage. Whenever I come to church, I come to test my own heart. I come to sanctify the standards of my heart. By coming to church to sing praise and pray, I am testing whether my heart really springs up or not. I also come to sanctify whether or not I really possess my original mind that is vowed to God. Testing the state of my spirit and heart can only be done through the subject and object partner relationship. The heart that knows how to greet parents, knows how to be in awe before superiors, and knows how to love brothers and sisters must spring up. This is the way to check your own position.
Yeah. Just as one's health can be known to the one's appetite, a person with a healthy spirit can be recognized quickly by singing praise. When a person with a healthy spirit sings praise, they feel gracious and fresh, as if they are singing for the first time, and the song seems to come from their heart. When you join Sunday service and then MC leading singing and then choir team leading singing, at the time, how's your heart? Really, you feel joyful? And then the singing really read my mind and heart, and tears come down. How come this singing is just exactly for me? Do you feel that or not? Or just only externally follow, do not feel anything about? Then that's the problem. Every time we sing praise, the heart of the wanting to serve and follow and long for heaven will spring up. Do you feel affection and longing for God as you sing praise? Or do you feel numbness without feeling anything? How do you feel that? That's why when you attend Sunday service and singing together, exactly you can know what is your presence of your heart. If one really longs for the truth, longs for sincerity, and longs for true people, then that person's heart has reached the completion stage. Whenever I come to the church, attend worship services, and singing songs and pray, I can quickly test the state of my heart. By coming to the church, attending service, and singing praise, you can check whether or not you possess an original mind that is vowed to God. The reason I come to the church is to sanctify my wrong heart, my wrong attitude, and become a person with more longing. Whether or not one possesses the original nature of the longing can be known quickly through the subject and object partner relationship. If the subject and object partner relationship, the heart that knows how to greet parents, knows how to be in awe before superiors, and knows how to love brothers and sisters must spring up. This is the way to check your own position. Where is your heart? Your mind, your heart is really alive or not? Through the singing, test through the singing. Already you know. That's why I'm saying how to move heaven? Almost the sincerity. Sincere heart. This is important. Do not put my sincerity, nothing move. That's why key is how can I become true man or true woman based upon sincerity. Need to utilize my heart. My heart always need to evoke, how to say, always need to come out. This fallen man is not easy, even myself. Really always need to try to put it. Not natural. Next.
How to preserve the graced mind and heart. When did you all come to church? Why did you all come to church? Why are you attending morning devotion? I came because I wanted to believe in God as the parent and serve him. But the question is whether God can really believe in me. Although I want to become a child to our Father, the question is, does he really believe in me as a child? Without substantial results that show that I am considered right and praised through my life, God cannot acknowledge me. On Sundays, although I go to worship conditionally and habitually, when I return home, since I do as I please or clash with the outside environment, I deviate from God's standpoint and become dominated by the environment. So, God cannot believe in me. If you are easily dominated by the outside environment, it is difficult to keep the promise you made to God. Then how do you preserve the graced mind and heart? You will know immediately if you look at your mindset when dealing with your subordinates. If I value my subordinates, it will leave behind substantial results of valuing my heart. One who values their own mind and heart will automatically treat their subordinates valuably. If I discriminate my subordinates, it is proof that my heart is fickle.
Yeah, how much can God really trust me? If you become someone who can be trusted by God and the spiritual world, you have a foundation of faith. To lay the foundation of faith for heaven to believe in me, I must have substantial results of the being considered right and praised in my life. What does the foundation of faith? Foundation of faith. How much God trusts me, believe in me. That's the foundation of faith. And then foundation of substance is how much can you recognize by your Cain, by your Abel? Vertical and horizontal. Why can't God trust me? It is because I go to worship just only conditionally and habitually on Sundays. I'm blessed couple, no choice. This is my duty. I need to be there without heart. Then, since I do as I please or clash with the outside environment, when I return home or to work, I deviate from God's standpoint and become dominated by the environment. It is hard for heaven to believe in people who always, change according to the environment. Therefore, it is difficult to keep the promise you made with God. However, then do I preserve the grace of mind and heart? Those who value their mind and heart automatically treat their juniors valuably. If I discriminate my subordinates, it is proof that my heart is fickle. No, those who are hypocrite, those who are very external, those who are, but do not keep their heart. You see that person's attitude. When that person is dealing with a subordinate, ignore them, discriminate them. But whenever you keep your first motivation and heart, and how can you know that? How do you treat with your juniors? If I discriminate my subordinate, it is proof that my heart is fickle. That's why it does not matter you are senior or junior or you are subordinate. My heart is always try to serve them, loving them. That's the point. Next.
A life that is considered right by God. Valuing my subordinates is the way to preserve the standards of my heart. If I discriminate my subordinates, it is proof that my heart is fickle. Those who just began their life of faith may not fully understand the meaning of these words. However, it is said that those with ears are blessed. So listen well. There will come a time when you understand. Brothers and sisters, don't we always greet our superiors? After greeting them, stand up straight again and do not forget this. You need to keep the heart of respect which you had as you greeted them. For people to be dutiful means that if you expressed manners to a superior, you must not be fickle with that heart. This means that if you return to your own life with the heart of worshiping, with the heart of serving heaven, you should not be fickle. Only then will you be considered right by God. Only when you have such a heart will you also value subordinates. Keeping the standards of your heart when you first made a determination is called being dutiful. If you keep the standards of the vow to keep the promise with God, when you deal with subordinates, you do not discriminate them. To keep your heart holy, you must value your subordinates.
Those who value their subordinates can preserve their love and heart well. Secular people usually discriminate against or ignore their subordinates. All of their fallen nature is revealed to their subordinates. So if you want to know someone, you can quickly find out by how they treat their subordinates. Discriminating against or ignoring subordinates is proof that the standard of your heart change depending on the circumstance. In order to check that guy is really external or arrogant or what kind of person, what kind of standard does he have? How can you know? You see that person, how he treat with how deal with his subordinates. Those who are humble guy, those who are keep first motivation, not just only dealing with the senior people well or your able well, those who are really sincere heart. This person is concerned future generations, raising up future generations. And they really take care of the subordinates very, 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 very well. And always focus on how to raise up, who can be my successor. But those who are arrogant, those who are self-centered, does not care. Even though 10 years pass, even 20 years pass, and 30 years pass, doesn't have any subject or anyone candidate to inherit Father's foundation, through parents' foundation. I am that kind of guy so far. I reflect on myself. How much do I raise up our future generations? How much dealing with the subordinates very well? If I do not dealing with the subordinate very well, I am hypocrite. I am really external guy. My heart never grow up. In the family, parents focus on children, how to raise up children. That's our movement, our first generation, our senior generation need to think that our focal point is where? Our subordinates, our junior people, our young people, how to raise up them. We don't have a concentrate there. Our movement, no hope. No hope. Everyone, how do you treat your superiors? We always greet our superiors politely. However, we must not turn away and forget the heart of the respect we had as we greeted them. We need to keep the heart of the respect which you had as you greeted them. Such a person is a righteous person. This means that if you return to your own life with the heart of the worship, with the heart of the serving heaven, you should not to be fickle. We must always be considered right by God. Don't be fickle according to circumstances. And always keep your first heart and motive and love well. Keeping the standards of your heart when you first made the determination is called being loyal or faithful. If you keep the standard of the vow to keep the promise with God, when you deal with the subordinates, you do not discriminate them. To keep your heart holy, you must value your subordinates. Not to become hypocrite, not false leader. You need to check your young generation, how many young generation really respect you and follow you. Not just only focus my mission, my portion of responsibility. Important mission is what? Raise our future generations. Respect them, love them. Do not discriminate them. Those who carry a lot of fallen nature, really discriminate about young people. Ignore them. You are still younger. You do not know anything. Kind of the attitude. These are our problems. Since I came to America, I realized that our second generation, our third generation, our young generation, our GPA members, our COM members, they are our hope. They are our hope, my brothers and sisters. Do you agree with me? Thank you very much. Today, I spoke under the title, The Person Whose Heart Has Reached the Completion Stage. Thank you very much.
There's so much to learn from you, and intellectually, but really from the heart. You really do it such a good job. Even though I'm sure in Korean you could do better, right? But somehow you can convey this heart in English.
My English is always limited. That's why I'm so much struggle.
I know.
If I speak in Korean, oh my goodness, how much am I free to deliver more? That's why I feel always feel guilty because I did not express my heart in English. I'm so sorry about that.
No, but this effort, this longing heart to connect in oneness with your understanding and your heart is really beautiful too. So, family, we're gonna have you think and reflect on your living testimony of witnessing today. So hopefully sometime today you can even have your own experience with witnessing. So you have something to testify to when you reach out to your sub-regional director. And but no, we don't have one today. So we're going to now go into our breakout rooms and share our reflections on today's message from Dr. Yong, which is plenty. And we'll see you soon. brothers and sisters, I really hope you enjoyed your breakout. To share first, let me invite up Reverend and Mrs. Mark and Yuri Hernandez.
Good morning, family. Yeah.
Hello, Mark.
Good morning, Dr. Yong.
Yuri-san.
Good morning. Good morning. Oh, boy. Beautiful words today because they really, it's rather rubber hits the road. It's in how we treat each other, no matter what we're going through, cherishing each other and valuing each other. Really, yeah, and I think over the past few weeks, and actually in a kind of a brief summation of your ministry through morning devotion, you've dwelt so much on longing, the longing heart. And I think that's really, for me, it's been very valuable because, wow, how much do I long? How much am I really aching almost to see someone or to be with someone? This past weekend, my wife and I had a chance to go down to Houston and see people I hadn't seen in a long time in my family and tribe. And I was so happy because when I would meet anyone, they would feel somehow they felt the longing, and they would, wow, their response to me was way more than I could imagine. Yeah, thank you so much for focusing
beautiful. Okay.
hearts and hearts on
Yuri-san.
Hi, thank you. Thank you so much. Good morning. Yeah, thank you for the always beautiful word. And always not easy. My heart is want to give and want to love the people, but it's not easy. But they're always so important. Very, very sincere heart and respect heart. And for my children and also for the around me, and that's so beautiful word, the sincere heart and the respect heart. And
Thank you.
getting younger and younger.
Yeah. Anyway, just now I, had a chance to talk to the Stephen boy during the breakout session, and then I talked to him. Since I learned and searching for fathers for a long time already, as you know, and then, do you know which word is the most giving me impact? And then I'm really, which word is really most essential? Father said that's a heart. Heart is more deeper than love. And then I'm researching what is the essence of heart? What is the main attribute of the heart? And then searching and through 600 volumes and through my 8 years experience, I can tell you that is longing. That is longing heart. You can say, I love you, but you don't have a longing, you are hypocrite. Wow. When I discover, I am telling you, my brothers and sisters, today my essence, 47 years essence, longing. Really, how much do you long for God? If you have longing, it does not care external, what the tradition or habit or rituals and condition, you can overcome everything. Beyond that, the word of the longing, beyond that, Heavenly Father, how much He longs for His children. When we are creating Jeongseong, what's the purpose of Jeongseong? How can we have a longing heart? As a child, long for God, that's it. As God, long for children, that's it. And then we can have the reunion. How can we meet? How can we have the reunion between God and human being after 6,000 years? What the main point? That the main point is a longing heart. Even though my spouse beside me, even though my children beside me, I always have that kind of longing and longing and longing and longing. That's one of the great attribute of the heart is what? Longing. Longing. There's no longing of nothing. Between Cain and Abel, there's no longing heart, just an external relationship. Nothing. Nothing. Right? Thank you very much for your sharing. 감사합니다.
Thank you, Dr. Yong. We're liberating all of us with this understanding of longing heart. To share next, I'm going to invite up and Kimbembe Koko. Unmute. Unmute, please. Oh, and Kimbembe? Mama Coco? Mama K? Is that, how are we doing here? No? Not working? Okay, do you want?
I don't see her anymore unless. Oh, she
Oh,
did.
there we go. Okay.
I'm so
All right.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I was saying good morning, brother and sister. Good morning, Dr. Yong. Yeah. Today, my heart. I don't know if I have all the good word in English to express what I was feeling when Dr. Yong was talking, and the one thing hit me. I was sharing in our bedroom. Is this heart of loving the people who are leading under us, give them inheritance. And I was sharing in our break room that in outside the world, we have like a politic. The people in the politic, they don't care for the people they're leading. They love them or they don't love them, just they want to be a leader. They want to lead them. But the difference in our movement, because it's a family, and then it involves the hearts. Because after create the atmosphere or the circumstance where people I'm leading can receive from me, can receive some education in the basic of their heart. And then I can love them, but I will not impose, just impress them of what I think, but we give everything with love because we're learning the standard of family. Mm. So I was thinking really that if I'm leading people and then I don't educate them, I don't leave something to the people under me, can say that I learned this by Dr. Yong. Dr. Yong, what I would be. And then all my effort is zero. That's why I was sharing this morning. Thank you so much, brother and sisters.
Thank you so much, Coco. Kimbembe, Mother Coco.
Yeah, such beautiful sharing and yeah, such good insight. If only we had a society where heart was top priority, it would be so different. Okay, let's do some reminders. Number one, please invite someone to morning devotion. They will thank you for it. And then if you go to edu.familyfed.org, you can look at all the transcripts and all videos from morning devotion. And please joyfully give from your heart. You're always welcome to support morning devotion, as this is, there are costs involved in putting this together, but more so for your benefit of getting more from blessings from God. And if you'd like to offer a song or opening prayer, you can email Tazor at tzor@unification.org. For our musical offering today, let's welcome up our good brother, Uncle Derek Venero.
Hey, good morning to everybody. Wow. Brothers and sisters, hope you can hear me well. I'm going to sing a song. It's from Paragi. I had to click the song because I know Mother loves sunflowers and Paragi. But this is going to be a really difficult moment for me after the rapport with Pastor Stevens and Dr. Yong. Dr. Yong, your English is so much more better than mine. And, you know, I like to sing these Korean songs because Korean language truly evokes my spirit. And now I'm afraid I may not get through with this somehow, but I'll try my best.
I think you can do well. No worry.
Thank you. Thank you. It's nothing like being amidst a forgiving audience. I will go ahead and unfortunately, I thank you to I want to thank my wife for coaching me, because this song turned out to be very difficult and I don't normally I have to put accompanying music to it. So I found something that will help. And otherwise it was hard song to sing, I realized. But here goes, brothers and sisters. Thank you. I'll set this up. 슬픔만이 아니겠지요. 우리 살아갔다 어두울 수 있는 건 자신 때문이겠지요. 혼자 살아갈 수 있다면 이별 뒤에 떠오르는 많은 추억은 사랑하기 때문이겠지요. 밤하늘 달을 보며 밤하늘 별을 보며 깊은 어둠에 젖을 때만 떠오르는 사랑할 수 있었던 우리 앞에 그 모든 것 잊어버린 채 세월이 가면 슬픔이겠지요. 밤하늘 달을 보며 밤하늘 별을 보며 깊은 어둠에 젖어들 때면 떠오르는 사랑할 수 있었던 우리 앞에 그 모든 것 잊어버린 채 세월이 가면 슬픔이겠지요. 잊어버린 채 세월이 가면 슬픔이겠지요. 다 끝났습니다. 감사합니다.
Wow. Genaro, you need to debut as a Korean singer. Oh my goodness! Your Korean is perfect, better than me. Wow, wow, Denaro. Thank you so much. Beautiful offering song. 감사합니다. Wow, surprised.
Thank you so much, everybody. 감사합니다.
Yeah, no joke. That was serious. That was serious sincerity and heart. And I mean, even it was so gripping. Thank you. Okay, we got to have you back on and do another one. Okay, family, we're going to close out in prayer. Can I invite up Mr. Anton Smirnov to close us out?
Yeah, please join my prayer. Good morning, Holy Parent, true parents. Thank you so much for the morning guidance. And we can really reflect on ourselves and how much we really love other people and how much we really are thinking about our responsibilities each year. And as well as how we can find a successor and how many people we can really witness. Because it's really not easy witness people. And right now, like brother with me, to whom I'm witnessing, and I understand, I cannot talk directly about divine principle, but by our life example, we can witness, same as Drupada and Hinam, good witness 12 disciples who was ready to give their life for him. And as we can find one disciple, and after 3 disciples, 12, and my goal is 5,000, and I pray, Holy Father, so I could do it in 5 years. And I pray, report all these things in the name of Anton, Central Blessed Family, Aju.
Oh, Aju. Yeah, Anton, I did not see your face a long time. Anyway, recently you joining morning devotion. I'm so glad to see your face. Thank you so much, Anton. And I know you have a longing heart to connect to God's word. And no matter what, connect to true parents. I know your heart. Thank you so much, Anton. God bless you. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Anton. We love you so much. Thank you for your prayer. With that, family, we're going to close out today. Thank you for joining and making this such a wonderful experience. God bless you and see you tomorrow.
Have a nice day. Nice Monday.
Dr. Yong.